Hi and welcome to this demonstration of LMS365, the learning management system in the cloud or on-premises for Office 365 and SharePoint. This presentation is provided by Immersion Technology Services and eLearningForce. In the next 30 minutes, I will go over the available functions and features of our on-premises product. I will give you a detailed live demo to demonstrate the engaging end-user experience as well as the various reporting and tracking capabilities. Let's first get the customary background information out of the way. As I mentioned, this presentation is provided by eLearningForce and Immersion Technology Services. eLearningForce is a publisher of the software. Since 2003, eLearningForce and its partners have provided LMS solutions for more than 4 million end users around the world. We, Immersion Technology Services, are the go-to partner in North America and Canada. As a management and technology consulting firm, we provide IT transformation services and learning management services to our clients. We are a certified Microsoft Gold partner and a strategic partner for eLearningForce, providing architectural design, implementation, support, and custom development services. Before we continue, here's just a little bit more about me, Thomas, and who I represent. I am the Director for Knowledge and Collaboration here at Immersion Technology Services. An important question: why do we need a learning management system? A LMS is an important piece of the puzzle, enabling the company to be successful, effective, and competitive. It provides the necessary tools to manage, track, and report knowledge and skills throughout the workforce, or even partners and customers. LMS reduces the impact of employee attrition and knowledge drain, fits into an onboarding process to get your new employees accustomed to company strategy and processes, and of course, comes in handy for compliance and regulatory demands. So who needs and benefits from an LMS? I would say everybody, every business, every institution, any organization. What is LMS 365? LMS 365 is a full-featured learning management system, 100% integrated and based on Microsoft technology, enabling you to leverage the Microsoft platforms, SharePoint and Office 365, you are already invested in. Today, lots of news and information around 2016. And of course, we are not missing the beat either. We will be one of the first providers fully supporting SharePoint 2016 with LMS 365. LMS 365 enables you to create, deliver, and track courses based on virtually any type of content, including your e-learning standards such as SCORM. LMS 365 allows you to build custom learning modules, quizzes, and other things to deploy virtually any type of training to any global workforce within minutes. Finally, LMS 365 provides advanced learning analytics through the intuitive and easy-to-use tracking and reporting capabilities. As mentioned in the previous slide, LMS 365 can be deployed on premises for your SharePoint server or in the cloud, exclusively available on Office 365 as a software as a service. With the capabilities, LMS 365 can support any cloud strategy. This presentation is going to focus on the features and functionalities of our on-premises offering, LMS 365 On-Premises. And if you ask, how complicated is it? The answer is, it is easy. If you are used to work on SharePoint today, using the features and functions of the platform, you will feel right at home. Grab the web parts required and place them on your page. Use our predefined pages, create courses with our wizard. You can get ready in no time, providing your workforce with courses, course catalogs, and many more features. Creating a course, for example, is easy. Setting up notification and certification is a breeze. You can integrate any content in courses, including our quiz engine, for example, to test the knowledge of team members. Add web parts and content, and let's get going. Wanting to apply training to your users on an organizational level? No problem. And even a company-wide training portal can be created, where learners can come and find training, enroll to courses, find their course details, certificates, competencies, and even a leaderboard. Combine that with any tools available in SharePoint, and you have all the features available you can imagine to create an engaging, fun, providing learning environment. LMS365 On-Premises comes with an extremely flexible, highly integrated and rich feature and functionality set. The different features are bundled into logical areas. Let me give you a quick overview before we go into details. First off, a dashboard is enabling not only the learner but as well the manager and the trainer-teacher to see current courses, progress, certificates and much more. What does it, for example, mean for a learner? At any point in time, not only they can see the status of their learning progress and start the learning activities right there, they can as well look into their past, the future of their learning and what they achieved. Moving clockwise, we have our registration and enrollment functionality, handling automated, mandatory enrollments, self-enrollments, managerial approvals, waiting list notifications, and much more. The course frameworks provide course catalogs, managing curricular, automation, etc. Learning today needs to be provided through different learning methods, like instructor-led training, self-study, webinars. Our flexible course types provide all needed tools to offer all what the learners need. Flexibility in courses itself, the course content, and the way it is delivered is one of the most requested features in an LMS. We are giving you the ability to use and shape content as you need it. You can use any content you have available, even SCORM 2.1 or 2004, AICC. Ordering the learning content, sequencing it in different ways, allowing users to choose or guide them through content, a very important function in the delivery of knowledge. Quiz learners, react to answers, give hints. Assignments can be used for individual learners or in a group, or a flexible gradebook defines the course outcome. Optional confirmation acknowledgement with electronic signature will allow for compliance proof. At the end of the learning exercise, a course learner receives a certificate by successfully finishing the course. A certificate can be assigned to a period of time, requesting the learner's action if the certificate is about to expire. Jobs, roles, and competencies. The module delivers a robust competency management framework for managing competencies development strategy. Competencies can be associated to a course. Last but not least, all the way to the left, we have our administration and reporting capabilities. This includes the management of courses, course offerings, registrations, jobs and competencies, and of course statistics, analysis and reporting. From built-in reporting capabilities to full integration with SSRS, there is virtually nothing you can't report. Everything is role and/or permission-based. Knowing you, the learner, we provide a dashboard for all your needs. I will go into detail into it. We provide learners, LMS admins, and the training department with a course catalog, managing available functions and features by permissions. We make sure that content authors, teachers, and instructors have the right tools to manage the environment to their specific needs and give HR the flexibility to match company goals with jobs, competencies, and courses to ensure company success, team and individual development. I just said everything is role and permission based. The dashboard is the most prominent display for it. In the dashboard, as a learner, I can see all my training related stats. I can see and access my current training, my curricular, courses where I am awaiting approval, for my enrollment where I am waitlisted, so I can see my learning. And yes, you can see much more important information. Your competencies, your continued education points, your personal action plan, your certificates, all you need to know what about your personal training. But the dashboard provides vital information for managers as well. It gives them a live overview of where their stuff is. Again, in their learning process, their current skills and competencies, allowing the manager to monitor and actively manage team-related goals and so on. And if I'm a trainer, I can see where my learners are in their training progress. Registration and enrollment, course frameworks and learning methods. besides the competency management, probably the most important functionality outside course content delivery. The features and functions in the registration and enrollment module are automatic, mandatory, optional, and self-enrollment, administrator, role-based, managerial enrollment with due dates, enrollment templates, course catalog with short description for each course, detailed course pages with full design capabilities to inform users about courses, course filtering, and as well, we support the user creation process if needed. There is a lot of automation built into our LMS, so maintenance is easy. This includes, for example, notification templates, automated task and activity calendaring, certification expiration, course catalog publishing, registration and access times, automatic learner removal from courses, and much more. We support all learning methods and formats, for example, instructor-led training, self-study training, webinar format, classroom format, compliance and SOP training, e-learning format, multi-course training programs where you can stitch together courses and build a curricula. You can decide if learners need to take it in a sequence or if they are allowed to do courses in any order. A full-fledged course will give you the ability to structure the learning towards your needs and your goals. For example, say I have a course, simple course, where I want the users to simply watch a video, do a quiz, and maybe have a confirmation from the learner that the material was read and understood. Or I have, say, a career-changing course to move an individual contributor into a management role. This process is long and requires many more tools than the first example. We give you all the freedom you need. Create courses from new and existing documents, quizzes and learning passes. Turn existing SCORM and AICC packages into full-featured collaborative courses with the push of a button. Schedule webinars that fuse audio, webcam, and screen sharing with e-learning. Define courses that blend classroom training with online learning. Publish procedures, manuals, and other compliance-related documents from the Document Center directly into a course catalog. Each course provides the learner with a certificate if the learner finishes the course successful. A certificate can have an expiration date or not, can be given up to a certain date, independent of when the certificate was obtained. Think about the possibilities. If a user in your company does not have a valid certificate, access to certain areas or machines, for example, are not permitted. One of the most exciting and complex features is the ability to handle competencies in conjunction with job and courses. To start with, it is easy to set up. From whatever source you synchronize user data with a SharePoint profile store, the system allows you to sync the details like, for example, job, manager, etc., down to LMS365. Consuming that information, we now can get quickly to work. Identify competency gaps and automatically kick off automated course enrollment to fill competencies and track results. Let's look above the hood, no under the hood, from a user point of view. A user has a job. A job is tied to a competency. A competency is related to one or more courses. So if a user successfully finishes a course, the associated competency is obtained. A learner or a manager has the tools at hand to find courses which supply the needed competency. Managers can as well manually give a competency without the need for a user to take a course. LMS365 On-Premises has Adhoc Reporting built in. Simply point and click without the need to be a developer or a query expert. Reports can be scheduled, sent per email, or can be created in different formats even for further data analysis. As we understand that your requirements are maybe above and beyond what we can envision, we created our LMS365 Reporting Center, where you can use SSRS for further and in-depth reporting and graphical representation. Enough slides. Now I would like to show you on a live demo what an end learning experience is. Right now we are at the standard SharePoint portal. It might be very similar to what you have on your environment. Here you can see, for example, links on top which are pointing to marketing, human resources, your solutions maybe, news and events, but as well to your learning portal. The idea is to show you how easy it is to implement LMS 365 in your current portal. Let's go straight to my dashboard. Once in my dashboard, I can, for example, see my training overview, current trainings, pending approvals, completed trainings. Let's go to my curriculums. Here I can see what and which curriculums I'm enrolled into. Junior Sales Required Training 2016 and as well as the Recommended Sales Training 2016. As you can see here on the right side, some of these items, some of these courses are being locked, so I can't access them until I finish, for example, a prerequisite course. At the Competency tab, I can see competencies which I am holding, competencies which are required, and competencies which are suggested. Relationship building competency, for example. I am currently not obtaining any competency level, so therefore my gap is -3. The system will allow me to use the fill gap functionality to find courses which are fulfilling the need for this competency. We will look into my certificates a little bit later. My transcript allows me to see an overview of everything I achieved in my learning history. For example, here I can see, of course, my name, who is my manager, my competencies, the courses I visited, and as well, of course, I can see my certificates, the teams I belong to, and my continued education points. While the dashboard shows live information, the user will receive as well notifications per email. Let's have a real learner experience. I'm at the course catalog now. I can filter the courses. I can as well look at details of a course. Here I filter the course, looking at the details of a course, and then enroll into a course. I can now go back to the course catalog, to my dashboard, or straight to the course. So let's go back to the dashboard and see how this looks like. Going to my training overview, and here's my course. I can now go straight to the course, or I can press on these 3 dots to see progress. I can cancel my registration, or I can go to the course site. So let's go to the course site. Once in my course site, I can now see, for example, announcements, my learning modules, so basically what is part of my learning in this course. I can see course results, a calendar, course material, assignments, and other things. Let's start the learning. You can see here, I can see the play button. 2 other items are being locked, which means I can't get to them until I finish, for example, the first part, part 1, corporate values. Here I will be greeted with a welcome message. The next item is a video. All right. Nicely displayed in the Office web app. Let's click next. And here we are looking for an e-signature so that I can acknowledge that I understood and read the information. Okay, and here's a quiz right now. The quiz is being created with the LMS 365 quiz engine. What we just saw in our Learning Module 1, Part 1 Corporate Values, was using content which we have readily available in our environment. PowerPoints, PDFs, Word documents, quizzes we made with LMS 365. However, I would like to show you as well how we deal with SCORM content. As you can see, our part 2 is now available to us. So let's click Start. And right in our browser, we can now interact with the SCORM content. It looks so that we have one more thing to do, the exit survey. So let's click Start. The certificate is issued, and I should have received as well my certificate and my competencies visible in the dashboard. Let's take a look. Here it is, our new employee course, and how far did we go? We actually finished our 3 modules. We as well received the certificate. I promised you competencies as well. So if you look at my competencies, here are the 3 competencies which are delivered out of the course. I received competency level 1s in all 3 items. Required, however, for my job is, for example, here business fundamentals and corporate values, a competency level 2. So I need to fill the gap. In order to do that, I can now go in as an employee and click on Fill Gap. And the system will provide me with the courses needed to take in order to fulfill these values. How does that look from a view of a manager right now? So let me look at LMS Learner 2 at the courses. Here I can see all courses that user applies to. So current courses, curriculums, pending approvals, waitlist, and completed courses. So here we should see our new employee orientation course 2, which the learner just completed. Here we see that he completed the course, and we as well see details of that course. So we can look at the score, for example. We can as well look into competencies of that specific user. So LMS Learner 2 now has 3 competencies. Same way here, we can now, as a manager, fill gap, and we can grant a competency manually, or as we did for an employee, by selecting a course. Based on my permissions, I have as well access to different and special reports. I can, for example, receive a user report, create a transcript, or, for example, a course report. I would say that was it. Quickly having a learner's view and a manager's view. Time is flying, but I would like to show you a quick way of creating a course and enrolling a bunch of users. So here I'm logged in as a trainer, and I will create a course now. Very simple. I click on New Course. I select the course I would like to create, and let's create an e-learning content package, basically a SCORM package course. I will be presented with a normal way and a very familiar way of filling out forms in SharePoint. I give it a course title. I select my course package. Here we are using the LMS365 SCORM package. I give it a short description. I give it a long description, and as you can see, I have all the possibilities of the WYSIWYG editor in SharePoint. I can add pictures, I can add videos, things like this. I select a course category. I select my course duration, if it is published, when is the start and end date, what is the course picture. And then I use my advanced settings. A course certificate, for example, here we use a certificate template, the certificate expiration, the competencies I would like to associate, continuous learning, click OK. I can give as well continued education points. I define what groups are required to do this course, what groups are recommended. I can create a default offering, and I can as well hide this course from the course catalog, and I can add other infos. Once I'm done, I click OK and save. And the course is being created. As you can see here, we just created this course, and I can select it and, for example, manage the offerings right now. In my course offerings, I can use the different enrollment templates. I can define the access period, the registration period, and under my advanced settings, I can select, for example, time zone, minimum and maximum of users, teachers, other teachers, groups to enroll, required for groups or recommended for groups. Once done, I click on Save, and you are ready to enroll. The course is in your course catalog and can be used by your users. So let me go into a summary of LMS 365. LMS 365 On-Premises let you intuitively combine new and existing training elements, documentation, materials, media, communication channels, and learning methods to deliver a media-rich training experience learners find valuable. Automate SharePoint LMS processes. Scalable technology is valueless if the effort needed to manage the process is too great. LMS 365 puts the entire learning process on autopilot. Measure progress. Training without measurement is unlikely to deliver measurable results. LMS 365 analytics include real-time measurement and reporting that deliver a clear picture of learner progress and program effectiveness. And last but not least, LMS 365 native SharePoint LMS Power uses your existing SharePoint infrastructure. No separate and no integrated alternative can even come close. Here are the features in an overview. I leave this on the screen for users with good eyes. Last and least, follow us and contact us. Schedule some time with our experts to find out how it could work for you. Schedule a demo today to learn about LMS 365 On-Premises or LMS 365 Cloud, the LMS built on SharePoint. Follow Immersion Technology Services on social media to stay up to date on news and events. Are you ready to rumble on SharePoint 2016? Please contact us.